Greetings and welcome once again to Training Grades Online School. Today, I'll be taking you through one of the topics of chemistry, periodic table, specifically working out relative atomic mass of isotopes. If you are new to this channel, kindly find your time to subscribe to our YouTube channel and as well share this video to reach as many learners as possible. Starting with question number 1. An element P has two isotopes with relative abundances of 65% and 35% respectively. If the mass number of two isotopes is X and that 1 respectively, find the mass number represented by X given that their relative atomic mass of element P is 30. So starting with the formula, we understand that relative atomic mass is given by the percentage abundance multiplied by mass of isotope divided by 100. So what we are given our relative atomic mass as 30. So we have 30 is equals to the the percentage abundance of isotope X, 65, multiplied by X plus another isotope, 35 multiplied by 31, and you divide this by 100. So when I work out this question, I have 30 is equals to 65x plus, we have 35 times that 1, which is equals to 1085 divided by 100. Therefore, to remove or to find out the value of X, I have to multiply by 100 on both sides, multiply by 100, and I also multiply by 100 this side. So I'm going to have this and this cancelling out. So I have 3000 is equals to 65x plus 1085. So 65x is equals to 3000 minus 1085. So 65x is equals to, when you take 3000 minus 1035, you're going to get 1915. And in this case, I divide by 65. I also divide by 65. So we are going to have our X as 29.46. 29.46. So our relative mass in this case is approximately 29 grams. So The mass number represented by X is 29 grams. Moving to the next question, question 2. Question number 2. Lithium has two isotopes with mass number 6 and 7. If the relative atomic mass of lithium is 6.94, determine the percentage abundance of each isotopes. With our formula, we start with our formula. Relative atomic mass is equals to percentage abundance multiplied by the mass of the isotope divided by 100. We are already given the masses of these isotopes. We also given the R.A.M of these isotopes as 6.94. So now that we are not given the percentage abundances of these isotopes, we are going to have isotope 1. We have isotope 1 and also isotope 2. And we shall let the percentage abundance of isotope 1 to be X and the percentage abundance of isotope 2 to be 100 minus X. We are taking 100 minus X because percentage is always equal to 100, and therefore if I decide to use X as the percentage abundance of isotope 1, then the remaining percentage would be from 100%. And therefore, to work out the percentage or to work out the percentage abundance of X, we're going to have 6.94 is equals to, we have the masses 6 and 7, so 6 is for the X, so we have 6 multiplied by X, that is isotope 1, then plus another isotope which is 7 times 100 minus X, and then I divide all these by 100. So in this case, I'll be multiplying by 100 on both sides of this equation. So I'm going to cancel out the 100 on my right hand side. So I was going to have 694 is equals to 6x plus 700 minus 7x. So collecting the like terms together, I'm going to have 694 minus 700 is equals to 6x minus 7x. So I'm going to have negative 6 is equals to negative x. So x is equals to 6. So percentage abundance of isotope 1 is equals to 6%, and the percentage abundance of isotope 2 is equals to 100 minus 6, which is 94%. And that's how we find the percentage abundances of the two isotopes. Moving to the next question. Naturally occurring magnesium consists of 3 isotopes. We have magnesium 24. In this case, magnesium has 3 isotopes. We have magnesium 24 with percentage abundance of 78.6%. I also have magnesium 25 with percentage abundance of 10%. and the rest is magnesium 26, which is the total percentage, which is always 100 minus the percentage that we already have in this case. So we are going to have 100 minus 88.6. So in this case, we are going to have 11.4% as the percentage abundance of isotope 26 of magnesium. So in this case, because I already have the masses and I have the relative atomic I also have the percentage abundances, I will be able now to substitute my equation or the formula. Relative atomic mass is equals to, I will start with isotope 24 times 78.6 plus isotope 25 times 10 plus isotope 26 times 11.4. So this is going to give me, we are going to have 1886, going to have 1886.4 plus 250 plus 296.4, then I divide by 100. So the total is going to be 2432.8 divided by 100. So we have 24.328, and because we are supposed to give our answer to one decimal place, we are going to have 24.3 as the relative mass. And because relative mass has no units, this becomes our correct answer, 24.3. Question number next. The isotopes of element M are in the ratio 3:1. If their masses are 14 and 12 respectively, find the relative atomic mass of element M. So applying the same formula, relative atomic mass is given by the percentage abundance multiplied by the masses over 100. We already given the masses, but the percentage abundances we are not given. We are only given in form of a ratio. We are only given in form of a ratio 3:1. So this 3:1, taking the isotope 14 and isotope 12, they are in the ratio 3:1, meaning 3 for 14 and 1 for 12, and the total ratio is equals to 4. So to find out the relative atomic mass, what I do, I take relative atomic mass is equals to 3 over 4 multiplied by 14 plus 1 over 4 multiplied by 12. And in this case, when I work it out, I'm going to have, in this one, I'll get 42 over 4 plus 3. So when I divide 42 over 4, I'll get 10.5, then plus 3. So this will give me 13.5. 13.5. This is relative atomic mass. That is method 1. I can use that as method 1. I can use this as method 1. Then I have method 2, whereby I can first find the percentages of these isotopes, whereby for isotope 14 I'll take 3 over the total ratio 4 multiplied by 100. I'll be able to get, we have 25, so this is 75%. This is 75%, and then I have for the isotope 12, I have 1 over 4 times 100. I'll be able to get 25%. So once I have this, I can now find out R.A.M, which is given by 14 times 75, then plus 12 times 25, then I divide by 100. So when I work it out, I'm going to have 1050 plus 300 over 100. So I'm going to have 1350 over 100, which is equivalent to 13.5. So again, this is method 2 that I can still use and get the same answer. So this marks the end of my presentation today. If you find this video useful to you, kindly don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this video to reach as many learners as possible.